Good afternoon for BMW and Porsche of Ocala. I'm Scotty, one of the BMW Porsche product geniuses over here. I tell you, we're taking a look at this beautiful 2018 BMW X5 35i Sdrive. Now, the 35i Sdrive X5s come with a 300 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque, inline six-cylinder turbo engine that is sent to the rear wheels on this one in particular via an 8-speed automatic transmission, so this is going to get a little better gas mileage compared to the all-wheel drive model, which of course is not crazy important here in Florida, but really sharp stuff on this car. This car is going to be finished in a space gray metallic, absolutely gorgeous. I keep getting more and more into the grays and silvers of BMW's lineup. I mean, right now we're in the sunset. I mean, just look at the lines of this car, how nicely they flow. It almost looks like a liquid metal, almost like a Quicksilver kind of style, Mercury or something. Really cool stuff here. And we can see by the front of this car, it's actually going to be finished in the M Sport package. So we see the much more aggressive front bumper here. Of course, some bigger air intakes right over here. Even brake cooling little vents that go and feed off behind there. Pretty cool stuff. This side skirts are much more aggressive. We can see it actually gives it kind of almost like a wide body look to it with these little fender flares right over there. Really sharp stuff, and I know M Sport was very important to you, so that's why I'm touching up a lot on here. But you can also see with the M Sport, you do get a different set of rims as well. This car actually comes with the 20-inch optional M Sport rims, but the M Sport as a whole actually gets a different kind of set of rims here. We can see they're really gorgeous. This one's going to be finished in some very nice sporty P0 tires. Really sharp stuff. And of course, we do see that kind of wide body fender flare does continue on right over there. Really great stuff. We also see the rear bumper is much more aggressive as well. They give it the exhaust ports out of an X550, and check that out. Really aggressive, really sharp looking. Very aggressive diffuser as well. Another thing that you don't actually see on this car is that it comes with M Sport is the fact that this car actually has a different suspension that drives much more sporty compared to a standard X5. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get a harsh ride. It's actually still very forgiving, a very nice, comfortable ride. But when you start taking those corners, this car really feels almost like a car as opposed to an SUV, especially a full-size SUV. It's really sharp stuff. And of course, another thing that, well, you'll see a lot more often compared to the suspension is going to be the M Sport steering wheel. Now, check this out. This is a lot thicker, a lot more bolstering right over here in the 10 and 12 position, or what would be the 9 and 3 position. I don't even know what they go by anymore. Is right over here. You can see it's much more bolstered, lots softer material. You can see you can actually squish it. Really good stuff. And it does come with the Sport automatic transmission as standard on this car, which gives you these great big paddle shifters, as well as faster, more aggressive shifting. Of course, only when you put in the Sport mode, as well as the ability for launch control. So really great stuff right there. Really sharp. And not only does this car come with M Sport, this one's going to be a very, very well-equipped car. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some of that on the outside first of all. Now, we see by the headlights right over here, this car actually does have the lighting package. Now, what that's going to include is going to be these LED adaptive headlights that can turn up to 15 degrees either direction as long as you're heading along a dark country road. They also adjust horizontally based on your speed. So if you actually start going faster, it'll raise them up so you can actually see down that dark country road. Really sharp stuff there. And of course, we have our LED fog lights as standard on this car, so really good stuff there. Now, with these lights, you actually do get automatic high beams as well. We may touch on that when we get on the inside there. Now, I see by these front little sensors right over here that this car actually is going to have the driver's assistance package. Also, of course, that's going to include the rear view camera. This being the 2018 rear view camera must be standard in the United States. This car, of course, is not excluded from that, so this does have the rear view camera standard. Also going to come with the front and rear sensors, everything like that. Now, for 2018, packages saw changes, and this car, once again, is no exempt to that. So driver assistance for 2018 is actually going to feature blind spot detection on the mirrors right over here. See if we can get that little triangle. You see that little triangle right there? That's going to be blind spot right over there. The lane departure warning, the crash mitigation system, and that's going to be a lot of this big old sensors down over there. Now, that's actually going to be for the active cruise control, which we'll touch up in this a little bit. But it's also going to use these little cameras right up here. You have two big ones right there. And that's, of course, all for detecting everything like that. Pretty sharp stuff. I want to make sure I unlock the car. We do see the blind spot a little easier when we get inside. All those safety functions are actually controlled by one little button that's located right over here. If it's green, it's good to go. That's the best way to remember it. So right now it's green. If I were to hit it, it's going to turn orange and let me know what's going on. Okay, I'm changing stuff. So, and we can see all the different things it comes with. So we see frontal collision warning is active, pedestrian warning is active, lane departure warning is active, active blind spot detection is active. All that stuff is ready to go. No problems at all. I swear I have to take a breath in between all the safety features on this car. And of course, another feature that comes with that driver assistance package is going to be the heads-up display for 2018. So not only do you get the great big navigation system right over here, if I remember correctly, 10.2-inch screen, but you also get the heads-up display, which shows you speed limit of the road that you're on, which is that little box right there on the left. Right now, we're not on any roads, so it's not detecting anything, as well as the speed you're going, which right now is 0 miles per hour. And I can even change radio stations right over here. I can do voice commands right over here. Everything like that is all controlled from right there without having to take your eyes off the road. It's all right there in front of you. A lot of people even think, well, wouldn't that be distracting? It's once you get used to that, my goodness, is it useful. You never have to take your eyes off the road to do any of the major functions of the car. It's all right there in front of you. You can do it via the little scroll wheel right over here, answer and hang up telephones, or just let voice commands do it all. So really sharp stuff. Of course, we did mention the Driver's Assistance Plus package. Now, what's going to include is going to be right over here. This is going to be your active cruise control. So now, everyone's familiar with cruise control. Of course, this maintains your speed as you're heading along a road. And there's, of course, dynamic cruise control, which actually it compensates for hills and going up hills and down hills to prevent you from getting a ticket from a cop sitting at the bottom of the hill. It'll actually compensate via the brakes. And then there's active cruise control. Now, active cruise control maintains distance as well as speed. So if there's a car in front of you doing 65 miles an hour and you're approaching at 75, normally you would have to turn off cruise control. This actually maintains all that for you. So as you're approaching that car, it's actually going to manually or automatically slow you down until that guy gets out of the way or you pass him. Where it'll then, of course, resume and go right back up to speed without you even having to do anything. Really sharp stuff. All you got to do is keep your hand on the wheel. You're pretty much good to go. Really sharp stuff there. And that's, of course, via these little guys right over here. And this is where you can change the distance. So really sharp stuff. Of course, we're on the interior of this car. We can see this car is going to be finished in a black Dakota leather interior. And has this great blue ambient lighting, which can be changed between a blue, an orange, or a white, which is really sharp. The blue just kind of pops right now, but I'll just go ahead and change that really quick for us. Lighting, interior lighting, and I want to go ahead and change it. Let's go ahead and change it to full orange. There we go, and we'll turn up the brightness right there, and check that out. It looks very aggressive, nice and sporty. We can see that showing us right over here. And, of course, it matches the dials and everything, because BMW actually did a study and found that your eyes are more quickly to adapt from orange light when it's nighttime as opposed to like a blue or a bright white light that we actually see in sometimes during the daytime with our little guys right over here where you want some more contrast. So at night, we can see if I turn off the headlights right now, my gauges turn white because you want that higher contrast. But at nighttime, they're orange and a little bit easier on the eyes there without giving you a headache or anything like that. Coming back to the option list, I don't like to miss anything. So we already mentioned the M Sport package. This car does come with the premium package, kind of mixed in with the M Sport package. They started doing that for 2018. So that's going to be in the comfort keyless access entry. Now on X5s, it's all 4 doors. So I can reach for a door handle on any one of these things and just open it up. No problems at all. That's also going to mean satellite radio with a 1-year subscription built into the car. No problems at all. All stations included. Lumbar support in the seats. Now this car does have the multi-contour seats. So 20 ways of adjustments on these puppies. Everything from thigh support, height, tilt, backrest, upper back, bolsters, and even 4 ways of lumbar support are right over there too. Really sharp stuff. Of course, the trunk is all electronically opening and closing, everything like that. But some of the other things included with that M Sport package now as well, or previously known as the premium package as well, is going to be 4-zone climate control. Not just 2, but 4. So you can have 2 different modes in the front, 2 different in the back, so your kids are never uncomfortable at all. It's all good to go without an issue there. Pretty sharp stuff. This car is also going to come with wireless phone charging in the glove box. Now, it doesn't even say this on the option list, which is pretty interesting, but wireless charging is this little sleeve right over here. All you got to do is just slide your phone right on in there, and it'll start charging as long as you have an iPhone 8 or above or anything, a Galaxy S6 or above or anything like that. You're good to go. It'll wirelessly charge your phone without any cables. But another little feature that comes with that is actually going to be the Wi-Fi hotspot within the car. Now, this car is running the latest infotainment system from BMW, the iDrive 6.0. So we can see right over here, we got screen mirror, we got everything like that. But it also gives you the ability to actually hook up Wi-Fi, which is really great stuff. Pretty cool there. And of course, talking about the iDrive 6.0, the voice commands on this car are second to none. Really, truly are. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to find a restaurant. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say Sonny's Barbecue. Find me the nearest Sonny's Barbecue. Yes. And you can interrupt her at any time, and she brings you right to it. There it is. Check that out. We're already on our way to Sonny's. without an issue. Pretty cool stuff. It tells me, well, what time we'll be arriving. Now, of course, I have a military time, and I can change that. It's going to be plus 5 minutes due to that 200 traffic that we got over here, and it's only 4.8 miles away. And if I wanted to stop guidance, stop guidance. I tell you, being in American cars, I really take that for granted in BMWs, because American cars you get in, are you sure you want to cancel the route guidance system? Well, yes, that's why I said it. This car cancels it. It knows what you want, and it does what you want when you want. So you don't have to wait on anything. It's always there for you. And of course, coming back to the sticker, once again, I don't want to miss anything. This car does also come with the executive package, which you already touched up. Is going to be adaptive full LED headlights that used to come with the lighting package, the multi-contour seats. It's also going to mean this car is going to come with soft closed doors. So check that out. It's a little hard to angle the camera right. There we go, and it just closes the door for me without me having to slam it or anything like that. It's also going to give me the parking assistance, so this car can also parallel park itself, which is really cool, and I'm going to go ahead and activate that so we can see what it's going to look like. So I get this little guy right over here that lets me know, okay, it's active. I start driving along, and the car will parallel park itself, no problems at all. Really neat stuff. It's also going to give me the surround view camera, so we can see right now I have a door open, so let me go ahead and close that puppy. And we can see there's my surround view camera, so if I wanted to pull into a parking space or anything like that, start driving around a little bit. Now, of course, I don't condone only going by the camera, but you can see just how easy it is to use this to line it up for a parking spot. Really cool stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and reverse there. My backup camera comes on, and it's really easy to guide via that. And then we're good to go. Pretty easy stuff. Really helps out with day-to-day driving. And, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat just to show you the space. Now, we were back here for the... or, of course, the 4-zone climate control. But we do see there's 2 more cigarette lighters right over here in case you do want to put some, like, USB chargers or anything like that back there. I do always have the seats scooted back just to make camera work a little bit easier from the front seat. But they're still, even in their most backwards position, I still have plenty of legroom. That's as far back as I can scoot those front seats right there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk. And I can go ahead and pop and lower that from the inside as well. Oh, there it is. So we got this little puppy opened up. Now, the X5s actually have a 2-piece trunk configuration right over here. And this little guy's just a lower tailgate here, so it's a little bit easier to load stuff in without having to worry about scratching the bumper. But what I really like about this is you pull up to a lake or a park or anything like that, you can go ahead and sit on this. This can support up to 550 pounds. You can have a nice little family picnic back here. Great for the drive-in movie theater that we have still in Ocala, which is always a lot of fun to bring the kids to. And, of course, you can see there's plenty of space back here. You can put some blankets back here, watch a movie, watch the stars, do whatever you want to do. It's all there for you. The seats do fold down via just a little grab handle behind them, and no problems at all. You got your privacy screen right over here without a problem. Of course, this one does come with all the all-season weather mats here. And if I lift this little guy up, we do see there's a lot of extra hidden storage space because this car uses run-flat tires. There's no need for all the extra weight of a spare tire. This car does come with 4 years, a limited mileage of roadside assistance, flat tire, running to gas. God forbid you get into an accident, they get you all taken care of. They're there to help you. No problems at all. And go ahead, we'll close that puppy up. And, of course, electronically closing tailgate as well. And while we're back here, I'm going to go ahead and close that driver's door, but check out the LED taillights. Absolutely gorgeous on this car. They are adaptive, so it's a pretty cool little system. If you brake lightly, you just get normal brake lights, but if you actually do a hard braking on this car, it'll actually shine a little brighter. It actually illuminates a secondary part of the light to inform drivers behind you, hey, I'm stopping a little fast there. Watch out. And, of course, really helps other drivers. So even BMW, they know they can keep you safe, but they even try to keep other drivers safe that kind of bought inferior cars. Kind of funny there. But really, let's go ahead and just take a look at the lights here. The LED lights in the parking lot came on to really just accent the lines even nicer there. The sun's gone down now, and just check out the body lines of this car. Truly amazing. Of course, some of the other things that we saw with M Sport, gloss black, window lining right over here. The roof rails are black on this one. Just very aggressive looking car. But if you do have any questions regarding this car or any other car in a lot, please feel free to contact us. We're always happy to get you all taken care of. Other than that, have a great day. Take care.